Hello dear student, good afternoon to all. So today I am going to start our next topic, that is essential elements. So in that we discussed on classification of essential and beneficial elements, roles and deficiency of particular element, okay, as well as most important their criteria of essentiality. Okay, so let's start our main topic. But before that, we discuss on some important terms regarding nutrients. So see the definition of nutrient, plant nutrient, nutrition. Okay, first definition, that is nutrient. So normally nutrients are substance that required for their normal growth and reproduction of organism. Okay, for organism. Then see the plant nutrient. So the difference between nutrient and plant nutrient, see, plant food elements considered very essential for plant growth and development. Okay, so see the nutrient in that particularly mention that particular organism required the nutrient, and plant nutrient it is required for plant nourishment or growth and development of the plant. Then see nutrition. So nutrition is the supply of absorption of chemical compound needed for the growth and metabolism of an organism. This is the definition of nutrition. Then see next definition, that is deficient, insufficient, excessive and heavy metals. So in that first, deficient. So deficient is an essential element at a very low concentration in the plant. Any essential element present in the plant but in very low quantity or low concentration, that is deficient. And next, insufficient, same meaning like that, insufficient and deficient, but have a different definition, that when the level of an essential elements or nutrient below their actual content in the plant. Actual content in the plant means what? If you required nitrogen in 0.5 ppm and that nutrient below 0.5 ppm nutrient, that is insufficient. And deficient means that concentration in low quantity, that is deficient, or that is next is the below actual content, that is insufficient. Then see excessive. Excessive means extra, when that concentration of essential aim is sufficiently high but not toxic, not any harmful effect on the plant if any nutrient is increased. Suppose you have taken potassium. So potassium, if you increase in soil or also plant, it is not any harmful effect on plant or not any create any toxic effect on plant, that is excessive. Okay, then see next definition, that is heavy metals. So heavy metals having specific gravity more than 5 or having atomic number higher than 20. Means in normally calcium specific gravity is 5 and atomic number is 20. That's why any metal heavier than calcium is called as heavy metals. Okay, these are the some basic terms regarding metals or nutrients. Then see next point, that is types of nutrient or elements. Basically have two major types, essential and beneficial. So see the first definition of essential nutrients, that is that nutrient needed by the plant, without their plant is not able to survive and complete its life cycle, and called as essential element. And that term was given by Nicholas. Okay, so in that important is the definition of essential element as well as who's given by essential nutrient terms, that is Nicholas. And that nutrient that plant not survive or able to survive their complete life cycle, that is essential element. And said the beneficial elements, the beneficial element are mineral element which stimulate the growth and have beneficial effect even at very low concentration. It is required but is not essential but that beneficial element or effect is even very low concentration is very important, because it giving the beneficial effect on plants, that is beneficial nutrients. Then see next, classification of essential nutrient. So first class, that is based on quantity required by plant. So in that two classes, major, that is a macro and major nutrient, and second micronutrient. Then again macronutrient or major nutrient classify as a primary nutrient and secondary nutrient. Okay, also known as secondary macronutrient. Okay, so in that macronutrient, primary nutrient is NPK. Okay, NPK, and secondary macronutrient, that is calcium, magnesium and sulfur. Then micronutrient, iron, manganese, zinc, copper, boron, molybdenum and chloride. These are the micronutrient. This is the basic classification of essential nutrient. Total have 17 elements. In that nickel is added. CHO is the basic constituent element. Then NPK, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, and other micronutrients. These are the recently added nickel. These are the 17 essential nutrient, means important nutrient is required for growth and development of the plant. Okay, then see next, classification based on their roles. So normally carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur are the structural components. It is important for developing the structural or any formation of skeleton in the plant. Then potassium, calcium, magnesium, magnesium, zinc required for enzyme activation. So normally potassium is only one element. It activates the 60 enzymes within a plant. Then see iron, manganese, copper and molybdenum, it required for redox reagent. Okay, also catalyst and activator of this element involved in the oxidation reduction reaction. This is the second classification based on their roles. And see the some important thing like ballast elements. Ballast elements means that elements imparts physical strength to plant, that is silicon and aluminium. So in earth crust, silicon is the major plant nutrient. Okay, and aluminium is the first metal, most abundant metal or dominant metal in the earth crust. Silicon is the dominant also, but it is non-metal, but aluminium is the metal elements. Okay, then see next important things, that is criteria of essentiality. Okay, so in criteria of essentiality is important question, who's propounded this theory, means D.I. Arnon and P.R. Stout in 1939, who's that developed that criteria of essentiality. So have a 3 criteria. The first is plant must be unable to complete its life cycle in the absence of the mineral element. This is first criteria. Then second criteria, the function of the element must not be replaceable by another mineral element. Means nitrogen is not replaced by any element. Also same any element role is not replaced by any other elements. Then that element must be directly involved in the plant metabolism. Any element will be involved in plant metabolism. So these are the 3 criteria of essentiality, is very important for the exam purpose. Then in that, who's developed that criteria or who propounded that criteria, that is Arnon and Stout 1939, that is D.I. Arnon and P.R. Stout. Okay, then see important points regarding nutrient or important objective regarding nutrient, that's silica. or silicon and sodium related, that silicon and sodium have been listed as the beneficial element particularly for paddy or rice. Okay, sodium and silicon is a very beneficial element particularly for rice or paddy. Then molybdenum is the structural component of nitrate reductase and nitrogenous enzyme associated with nitrogen metabolism, that is molybdenum. Then cobalt. So cobalt is only one element missing in the essential nutrient list from the Irving-Williams stability series. So cobalt is not involved in essential elements. In which criteria or which series? That is Irving-Williams stability series. This series refers to relative stabilities of complex formed by metal ions. Also, for high spin complexes of the divalent ion in first row transition metal, the stability constant by the formation of A complex followed by manganese is second, iron is second, cobalt in second, but their form zinc, copper, nickel, cobalt, iron and manganese. Zinc is very less in spin complexes, then copper, then nickel, cobalt, iron and manganese. This is the transitional metal or stability constant. Okay. Then see next nutrient. So have a total 17 nutrients. In that CHO is the skeleton or structural element. So these are required for photosynthesis and respiration in plant. Also CHO means carbon, hydrogen, oxygen have a complex organic compound and maintaining the structure of the plant cell. Also CHO provide the energy of plant. So in 100%, 95% is the CHO. Other 5% has other elements or other minerals. Okay, so basically CHO is very important for formation of skeleton of the plant or structure of the plant. Also important for photosynthesis, respiration, also important for energy storage. Then see first major nutrient, that is nitrogen. Nitrogen also known as the world deficient nutrient in major plant nutrient, and zinc is the second major plant nutrient that is deficient in micronutrient. Second rank is the boron. Okay, so world universally deficient nutrient, that is nitrogen, then micronutrient in zinc, and second in micronutrient, that is boron. So see the first function of nitrogen. So nitrogen essential constituent of protein. Nitrogen is only constituent of protein. Okay, then vitally important for plant nutrient. Also it improve the protein quality because it have more protein percentage. After nitrogen estimation, okay, if your nitrogen is 80 kg per hectare, that is multiplied by 6.40, it's have a protein content in your plant. Means after testing the nitrogen content in plant, it shows the protein content in the plant also. Then also it is basic constituent of the life. Also nitrogen have a great function for vegetative growth. Also it is integral part of chlorophyll, impart dark green color to plants. Also it improve the quality of succulence of leafy vegetables like spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. Also it improve the quality of leafy vegetable and fodder. It transfer the genetic code to the offspring. Also better utilization of potassium, phosphorus and other element. So note that nitrogen absorbed by plant as root as nitrate ion, and in case of rice as a ammonium also absorbed, and in ammonium form also absorbed. Also it is universally deficient nutrient. So nitrogen is mainly important for essential constituent of protein, also essential or basic constituent of life of the plant. It improve vegetative growth, also it improve the crop canopy, important for chlorophyll formation. Okay, also important for improve the protein and vegetative quality of the fodder, and also it important for better utilization of potassium, phosphorus and other elements. Okay, then see next deficiency symptoms of nitrogen. So normally Agarwal and Sharma in 1976 described the deficiencies exhibited in older leaves or bottom leaves. See the picture, nitrogen deficiency normally shown in older or bottom leaves on any plant. Also deficiency of nitrogen, that is yellowing of leaves due to inhibition of chlorophyll synthesis. Reduce the chlorophyll synthesis because it gives the yellow color. Then also if nitrogen deficient, that is dwarf or stunted the plant growth. It stop the also plant growth. Also it reduce the yield and lower the protein content. Also reduce the protein content in plant. Also if nitrogen is less, their fruit become hard and small, the brittle like structure of the fruit. Also it reduce the fertilization, premature dropping, and fruit maybe become seedless. Fruit become seedless. Also severe deficiency in nitrogen, that is necrosis of the plant. Necrosis means the dead of the plant, that is necrosis. Okay, see the some pictures of deficiency of nitrogen, that is older bottom leaves is damaged due to deficiency of nitrogen in maize. Okay, then sugarcane and grapes, this plot have a low nitrogen and this have a high nitrogen in sugarcane plant. In grapes, that is marginal leaves are yellow in color due to deficiency of nitrogen. Then see in grapes, premature flowering should be dropped down, that is deficiency in flower. Also in tomato, flower drops. Okay, also in that nitrogen have a toxicity. If a nitrogen is high content, if you getting nitrogen high content or increase the nitrogen content in plant, it gives the more vegetative growth. Also it leaves become succulent and susceptible to pest and disease attack. Also lodging the plant may occur. So normally these symptoms shows in sugarcane and bajra, also jawar. Then lodging of plant may occurs, that normally reduce the sugar content of the plant and less storage and keeping quality of the fruit. That is the toxicity of nitrogen. Okay, then see next function of phosphorus. So today we will stop here. Next lecture we discuss on function of phosphorus, potassium and other secondary macronutrient. If any difficulty regarding any nutrient, nitrogen nutrient or deficiency, their roles also and classification, you can call me or message me. Thank you.